Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dungeons and Breakfast, The Curse of Strahd. We are already on episode 5. Somehow. I don't know how we've already gotten to episode 5. It feels like this is like the second session. Wow, time flies when you're playing D&D. So last session was a bit interesting, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
I'm kind of happy how it turned out. Not as much death as I was worried about. Thankfully you guys played smart. I'll do a quick recap for everybody. Hello, Sleepy Fan.
The appropriate amount of death.
Yes, and a very appropriate amount of death, which is 0 death. Hopefully.
Exactly.
So, getting right into it. Last time, your group had found yourselves trapped within this strange manor that you tried to explore at the behest of Rose and Thorn, 2 small children. Rose and Thorn had said that something was howling in the basement. Eventually, after a harrowing experience through the upper portion of the house, finding that you are trapped inside of this house via brick walls that have blocked all the entrances, you found a secret passage that did indeed lead to the basement, where a strange catacomb awaited you. Winding earthen tunnels led you through several strange rooms, a table littered with bones, a room with a statue of a gaunt figure holding a crystal orb.
Not anymore.
Was holding a crystal orb until someone decided to try and acquire said crystal orb, springing to life, or perhaps unlife, several shadow creatures who were displeased with this action. Thankfully, these shadow creatures were fought off. There were some close calls. One of you almost died. But thankfully, Botak had his radiant maul ready to dispel these dark, shadowy creatures, which definitely came in handy. You guys then found a strange bedroom, which seemed to be guarded by some sort of undead dog, some kind of zombie dog. You guys managed to befriend the dog. Thurxora managed to, with an amazing animal handling check, managed to befriend said doggo, who is now accompanying you throughout this dungeon. Eventually, after acquiring some pretty nice items inside of this room, you guys proceeded to crawl further down into this dungeon, where you heard this echoing chant coming from the bottom of these stairs. And as you reach the bottom, this echoing chant that had been throughout this entire cavern became louder and clearer. And you heard constantly, reverberating through the halls, "He is ancient. He is the land." A cacophony of voices. Several voices. "He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient." Non-stop. Consecutively. Chanting. And that's where you guys found yourselves. In this room full of these strange orifices in the wall. These large holes that one of them contained what appeared to be a shrunken head of some sort. And that's where we left off. It is dark, and the room seems... There doesn't seem to be much to this room. There's nothing in the way of furniture. There is 2 exits that you see to your west. But you'd have to get closer in order to see them, in order to examine them thoroughly. What do you guys do?
Guys. Thuxora's classic opener.
This look lovely and cozy.
Guys. I mean, it kind of does, but I really don't like the thought of something potentially sitting upstairs and walking up on us from the back, so should we maybe finish looking around up there first before we open up a whole new floor full of potential death and murder?
I do agree with you. That is a very good point.
Botak, as you approach this other sort of this hole in the wall where there's a slight, I would almost say a pedestal. It's like a stone shelf carved into the wall, upon which, as you're passing by, you can look briefly into it. You do see a strange, small, yellow hand with like sharp claws, mummified, with a loop of rope attached to it.
I ain't touching that. I heard of monkey paws before. I ain't touching that.
You have 3 wishes.
Yes, but they never go the way you want them to. I've seen The Simpsons.
Hi, Sleepy Fan. Hi, Tick.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna make this as a point, not saying we can't do it, just say it as a thing.
Hi,
Okay?
Plasma.
Do you remember when Threx you cast that one spell that made a really
Of course I remember you, Sleepy
really
Fan.
loud boom?
Yes.
Can you imagine anything in this entire floor or anything out there that would not come rushing to investigate what said boom was?
If you said that before you said to sit down for an hour and just do nothing, I would have been with you on that. But either we are talking about the world's slowest rushers or they're not coming.
Yeah, that's my point. It's like they could not come down this way. But I'm with you guys if you want to like go check out and make sure that there's nothing there.
Yes, I would very much like to make sure that there's nothing there.
Okay. Well.
While you guys are having this conversation, by the way, you guys constantly hear it in your ears. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient.
Bastard, shut up. My God.
It is
Just
quite
wondering-
maddening.
Just want to hear, just want to yell back at them, being like, "Shut up and drink some Choco Bell."
Like, dude, take a fucking breath. We're chilling. Like, damn. Bitches don't need to breathe.
Well, there's
He is
certain
ancient.
breathing
He is the land.
and techniques. It's complicated, but you can basically, well, flutists sometimes use that. You basically breathe in while you breathe out. It's a little complicated to explain, but it works.
Oh,
Maybe they do that
yes,
too.
yes, of course. I've known many a musician in my time.
So we
I've also known many other people in my time who need use of certain techniques. So, indeed. In any
has
case.
no idea what they're talking about.
Let's go then. Come on, Sophaxis.
All right, you guys head back up the stairs, and the echoing begins to finally fade behind you a little bit. You can still hear it throughout the halls, and it's the timing. It isn't constant anymore. The timing as you leave this, as you go up these stairs, you notice the interval between them saying it begins to lengthen more and more the farther away you get from it.
That is
Thank you know
interesting.
we're here.
Well, I don't know where that saying comes from, but the saying comes to my mind. Don't you say Sherlock? Thuxora peeks around this corner in both directions.
Ah, yes, the famous Dungeons and Dragons investigator, Sherlock. We know him well. You're gonna go... Okay, so you're going to the east. You come... Oh! You guys... Who was first? Who was going first?
Oh fuck. That probably was the...
I just realized you guys are going straight.
Yeah, it's in the order.
Thuxora! I'm gonna have to ask you to make a roll. Could you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
That's 20 plus 1. So 21.
Okay! A nat 20 on a dexterity saving throw. Okay.
I am so glad I did it.
So, as you're stepping forward, so you got 21, right? That was the total?
Mhm.
Okay.
21
As
total.
you're stepping forward, and you're noticing the chanting become quieter and quieter, and finally it's your brain is able to relax for a second, and you're able to think and concentrate on what you're doing and where you're looking. You begin to walk forward through this hallway that you guys had not previously gone through. And you look down just as the floor begins to crumble beneath your feet. What you had not noticed walking through this hallway was several old rotted boards covered up with a layer of brush and dirt. It begins to crumble, and just in the nick of time, barely, you manage to quick step back as these boards crumble and begin to fall down into a large cavernous pit in front of you, filled with these spikes that are rusted and seem to have a strange dark tint to them.
Everything okay up there?
Oh yeah. I'm
About
fine,
10
I'm
feet
fine.
down.
We have a hole here that's about 3 botex deep and spiky, so
About
be
10?
careful.
Or do you think we can get past it?
That is a good question, because I'm currently just looking at a black wall in front of me.
Well, you are actually... Hold on, I'm sorry. Because you guys moved
Like,
your
move off
tokens.
to where-
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
wherever.
So, the trap would have been right here. Hold on, let me grab
Yes,
it.
you can draw on the map.
That's... Whoops. That's not the right one.
Suddenly, the whole place
The whole
shifts.
the
You're
whole
all stuck in a
mansion
wall.
shifts. Boop.
Oh,
Yes. The worst trap of all. The entire mansion moves. You also have the dog following you. So let me move him up.
well, and she lifts her lamp a little bit and sees that door in the door and makes the deductive assumption, if that's okay, Mr. DM, that this doorway here might lead to that point.
You might be correct. There's only one way to find out.
Well, I would rather not try any risky jumps or something, but maybe we can walk around it. I think earlier we came past the door that might lead to that doorway over there, and she points that way.
Yes, I think you're right. Well, we should try, I suppose, but I think everyone should be on the lookout for more traps in areas we haven't been in.
Sounds like a good idea.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sleepy
Um,
Fan. You redeemed a hydrate and I drunk a monster energy drink. Hold on, I've got water, don't worry.
Oh no.
To be fair, that would be our luck. Survives every combat where we should have died. Dies to trap.
Dies to trap. I'm
Dies
so glad you
When-
rolled a nat 20 on that because that would have been an oof. I was like, oh, they didn't look for traps. Ooh.
Gwen, actually, before
when
we
that
go
happens.
forwards,
Yeah.
maybe take that long bonky stick of yours and just knock on the floor in front of you, just
Okay.
to
Okay.
make sure something like this doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Gwyn takes her warhammer and taps the floors around us with the handle.
Okay, roll an investigation check as you're bonking. Bonking for traps.
Bong bong.
Roll trap bonk. Yep.
6.
Oh. I will be right back, guys. I gotta take care of something real quick.
All right.
No worries.
Hold on, 1 second.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Quickly, let's change the roll. Let's change the roll quickly.
Yes.
Quick, let's explore the entire dungeon without him knowing.
Yeah.
We'll see everything.
Okay, so Gwen, the thing that you have to look out for is wooden floorboards instead of the normal stone and dirt, for example, and
Any
all
crossbows?
kinds of hidden switches, any floor tiles like that look odd to you, something like that.
I also
Trapwires are also
am going to use this as
very
an
famous.
beef jerky.
For
If
some
you see
reason,
any
I
root
detect
circles or
strong-
something.
I detect a strong scent of jerky.
Yes.
A strong scent of jerky. Oh my goodness.
Jerky. Dried meat.
Yeah, maybe it's Ophaxis.
It's a. I don't have any on me, but I'm sure we could buy some at a town somewhere.
Hmm. It smells beefy.
Probably Canadian like.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Although
What
I
is
don't
a
know what Canadian
Canadian?
is. I don't know. The word just popped into my head. I'm gonna assume it's some type of monster
Hmm.
or a place that needs to be
Ah.
put down.
I think it might actually be a very nice thing.
I mean, if it's Canadian jerk or something, you're gonna like You had to kill it. It's gotta be like a monster.
Why
about
do
that.
you always have to kill stuff, Botek? Why do you always have to
Look, if
just
something's going
murder
to attack
everything that
me,
you don't know?
if something's going to attack me and it's undead or not undead, but it's live and it just wants to attack me, I am defending myself.
So what you're
There's
saying is
nothing wrong with
you
that.
just preemptively kill everything, and if it's already dead, you still try to kill it because you just do it.
This isn't just beef jerky.
If I sense
damn it,
if I
Botek.
sense
This is
undead,
Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue
then
sauce beef jerky.
yes.
It's delicious.
But we're talking
best
about
jerky ever.
Canadians, not about undead.
I don't know. There's this. I heard tale of this Canadian, like that. Thinks
Listen,
he's a
are you
wolf and he's
saying
very careful.
yeah, just because you heard the tale of an undead Canadian, you now want to kill all Canadians? That's like you said, like saying you've seen an undead dog, so now you need to kill all dogs.
No, well,
It is
dogs
the
are
life.
different.
The ancient Dungeons and Dragons country of Canada. Everybody's heard of that.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry, I was muted. I think I am just eating beef jerky. Oh, it's reversed on the camera. If I turn it upside down, can you kind of read it? Nope, it doesn't work.
It's fine for us. It's reversed on your preview of the
Yeah.
camera.
Oh, it's reversed on my preview. Okay, you guys can read beef jerky. Yes, it is Sweet Baby Ray's beef jerky. It's delicious. Thank you for redeeming the nom nom.
I also love the logic.
I might
It's
play
reversed on the
Roblox again
camera,
at some
so
point.
if I turn it upside
I
down,
will
it will help.
That's up to you.
But after
Hang on.
it will have to be after a week. I'm gonna be gone for a week, so unfortunately, it'll be a little bit. Okay,
yeah.
sorry about that interruption, guys. We're
No worries.
back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, what did you roll for Trap Bunk?
I rolled a 6, but I think I should be given extra because you are flaunting jerky.
Roll a d4 for jerky. Did you roll a d4? What'd you get?
4.
You got a 4 on a d4 for jerky?
Yep.
So that's a 6 plus what? Plus nothing? Or plus
6 plus 4.
plus
Plus
Really?
4.
No, I meant like what's your
6 plus
investigation
jerky.
modifier?
I have 0.
Okay. So you got a 10. You don't see any traps, or at least nothing is identified from you kind of reaching out as you kind of go through this passageway and begin tapping around and making sure that there's no other spike traps or anything else that might hurt you guys. You don't seem to see anything as you're moving forward.
Okay, I think it's all safe, guys.
I gotta be right back. 1 second.
Okay?
No worries.
A lot of I'm gonna take this opportunity to eat more jerky because I need food in my tum tum. Thank you for whoever redeemed Nom Nom. I appreciate it. The jerky strat works. Use it more often. Always rely on the jerky strat.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to question Waffle's words.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Hi, Beck, I'm
Okay,
Debbie.
so are you guys continuing? Welcome back. You guys continuing northward then?
Yes. We're
Yeah.
gonna go down the hallway.
I just noticed you can't see when I'm nodding, so yes.
We can't. I can't see when you guys are not. You guys gotta. Okay.
Botek will bring up the rear because he's afraid that the enchanters might come back up from the hallway.
Okay.
Thuxora stands inside the hallway, mimics a door frame, and just lets Botek walk through her decks.
Don't say mimic a door frame.
Yeah,
You
don't
never
say
know when
that.
it might actually be a mimic.
Yeah.
While they're opening that up, Lily wanted to peer into whatever this is because she realized that they didn't look over here.
Okay. Do you have a light source, or do you have dark vision?
She's like dark vision, and she's always got a flame out
Okay.
in dark
This
places
is
anyway.
this is a darker alcove. There seems to be a very narrow, kind of opening, like a closet space, and you're gonna look in there. Roll a perception check if you're looking around in the closet.
What is that? Perception 16.
You hold your small flame up and peer into this alcove. It seems to be some sort of... You can't be far-fetched to call it a pantry. It's just... seems to be a few sacks on the ground full of... bones. You lean forward to check closer. And you suddenly feel drip onto your hand that holds the flame. Psh! Some sort of liquid. And you look up, and there is a large centipede-like creature crouched into the ceiling above you, pretending or trying to be unseen. It's about 10 feet long, but the way it's curled up manages to just somehow squeeze into the back crevice. It's eyeing you intently.
Guys,
Yeah, what's up?
there's a very big bug in this corner.
It's just a bug.
What?
Squish it if you want.
Oh, God damn it, Botek.
What? It's a bug.
She bonks him with the mage hand.
What?
Listen, Botek, just because you don't like how it looks doesn't mean you have to kill it, okay?
Well,
Look,
I want
just-
someone to do something. I'm pretty bugs.
Thuxora steps over here, gently pushes Lily aside so she doesn't have to directly look at it anymore.
Thuxora, are you carrying a light source right now?
Yes. I have
As
my
you get
lantern and
closer,
my floaty glowy skull.
with this floaty glow, that's right, you are carrying the floaty glowy skull that you had found before. You had cast light on the floaty glowy skull. And you approach it, this alcove, and at this bright light, this strange bug responds with a heavy shriek, and it crawls down the walls and rears its head up at you. I need you guys to roll initiative.
God damn it!
Yay, bonk! I think they eat a fireball, man. I mean, not an actual fireball, but you know, fire.
Oh yeah.
Initiative.
18.
12.
18. All right. What was that?
Oh no, Zora. Oh no.
Who got 18?
Lily.
Lily did, and then 12 was Thurxora?
No, me, Gwen.
Oh, Gwen. 12. What'd you get, Botak?
7. Also, for some reason, D&D Beyond is doing that dumb dice roll thing again.
Oh,
Where
no.
it's very, very slow. Like, people on my stream can probably see that.
That's weird.
But it's-
Maybe
Yeah,
I
try
dropped
using
in the
roll
chat,
20s.
It took
if it's
forever to
doing
go. Yeah, try roll 20 like you had to the first time. Because
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
the chat sit there for at least 30 seconds while it tried to roll that dice,
Oh,
and it was just going
jeez.
dot, 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 dot,
Huh.
dot, 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 dot.
It's probably on D&D Beyond's end. I'm
Yeah, it's D&D Beyond's end, because everything else is running fine.
okay. What'd you get, Thurxora?
A 1.
Okay.
In pure fear.
I can see the next one shot coming in.
Oh no. You guys know what I forgot? I forgot my dice. I'll be
yeah.
right back. Today was a very hectic day for me. I just got new carpet installed and I had all my furniture
worry
moved
about it.
around, so I'm gonna go grab my dice because I'm gonna need that to roll for the bad guys.
Yeah, that might be useful.
It's not Dungeons and Breakfast anymore, and now it's Dungeons and Be Right Back Fest.
I wonder if Threx is going to complain about wanting to kill everything after being attacked by this bug again.
Yes, she is, because you're still the fucking gnome with an aggression problem.
Oi, we're in a place that wants to murder us. What do you expect?
You don't know that.
The only thing that doesn't want to murder us is the dog, but that's because we rolled high enough.
You see?
If
You're
we
generalizing again.
if we rolled bad, then it would have attacked us.
It's dice time. Oh, thank you, Plasma. I get to tell the story of how they died to a centipede creature.
Oh.
Alright.
Thanks, Waffles. Your faith in us is utterly outstanding.
Okay, let me slap this boy down there. Alright, there we go. And here we go. It's going to roll really well on its initiative. Extremely well on its initiative. It's gonna be going first.
Oh.
Luckily, though, you rolled a decent perception check, so you didn't get surprised by it, and you didn't have a light source, so it didn't jump you immediately. So otherwise, I would have got a surprise round.
Waffles. We did have a light source, though.
You did, but Lily didn't have one strong enough. She technically doesn't have a light source. It's just her flame, which is akin to a small candle. Okay, add turn. It rolled a 20 on its initiative, so that's gonna be like way up here. Alright. Thurxora, since you are the one holding the light, it is going to attack you first. This centipede creature crawls down the walls, rears itself up, and makes this hideous bug screech at you. Just. And these strange. You notice now, getting a very good picture of its face as it rears up, you see these strange, like, tentacles around the area of this hole for its mouth. It has these large, massive bug eyes, and it kind of shrieks at you, and these tentacles reach out and try to grab you. What is your AC?
10.
Alright. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me, if you could.
A 7. I'm so dead, and I.
It depends.
I am.
Thurxora, you have not had very good luck in these battles, I've got to say. These tentacles reach out, and you try and bring your hand up to deflect these tentacles as they reach out to grab you, and you immediately feel this shocking pain through your arm, and it begins to reverberate through your whole body as the slime coats your hand. And this shocking sensation, you immediately feel your arm lock up, and then your body, and you are paralyzed and poisoned. You were just standing there, just unable to move, and you are going to take three poison damage, so not too much. However, since you're now paralyzed, it's going to make a bite attack against you with advantage because you are paralyzed. Hold on. What's your AC again?
10.
Oh! Yeah, that's gonna hit very... It just barely manages to hit you, even paralyzed. You're gonna take... Okay, it's not making good rolls. 5 piercing damage as it takes its circular mouth, lashes out at you and attempts to bite down on your arm. You take 5 piercing damage, and it is now Lily's turn.
Does it
Hey,
have to
Crusher.
be? Really? Does it have to be Lily's turn next?
It is, yep, it has to be Lily's turn next.
Uh, 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 it's like shit all I can do without that magic. I'm gonna
Hi, Edge Crusher. Hope you're having a good evening.
Okay, she is just gonna have to. Oh, you deleted my star!
They can't see the horrifying bug monstrosity in front of you. They need to be able to see bug monstrosity. Very important.
I really didn't draw when no one could see on the hidden area of the map, so whatever I drew would show up when you uncovered the map. I totally didn't do that. Not in the slightest.
I thought you drew that over the thing, and I just didn't see it before.
Especially when the buck
That's so funny.
somebody.
Been there like this whole time. She is gonna.
I was like, wait, I didn't put that star there.
Shocking grasp. I'm assuming she is in touch range, being like if she.
Yes, you would be in touch range.
Then we're gonna try and shocking grasp because if it hits,
Alright.
it might not do as much damage as fire, but at least it will knock off reactions for a
Zap
bit.
it.
Come on, dice. I'm under my box. Oh, that is not great. Thank God for my +5. 15.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Booyah. That is 5 buzz damage. And no
5
reactions.
buzz damage.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the right word, so buzz will have to do.
All right. 5 buzz damage.
Yes, 5 buzz damage, and it can't take reactions until its next turn.
All right. It can't take reactions. That's pretty good.
Those eyebrows are amazing.
Thank you.
He's angry.
Also, I'm done because I don't have meta magic yet, so I can't like
Are those eyebrows or antennas?
do anything.
Angry brows.
Angry eyebrows.
It's angry.
Angry. Okay. It is your turn, Gwyn.
Well, This may be a little bit predictable, but it is a bug, and I do essentially have a giant bug swatter. So I feel like I'm gonna try and smack it with my hammer and move
Yes.
Vixor out the way.
Roll for bug swatter. Oops. Where's the battle music? Where's the cool, awesome battle music?
It's a 9.
That's going to miss, unfortunately.
Wow,
Ooh.
what shock.
You're not having... You're not... Oh, that's very loud. You are not having good luck with your swings. You take a big swing with this hammer, and you try to hit this bug, and unfortunately it's kind of squirming around. And as Lily reaches out and shocking grasps it, this lightning shoots from her hands, and it kind of begins moving around, and you just can't seem to get a good swing on it with your giant hammer. It is still in this alcove, kind of squirming up and down the walls. Botak, your turn. Botak, let me in there! Let me in! I think you're muted, Chachi.
Botak, are you okay?
Botak?
We need you, buddy. We need you, buddy.
Oh, I've been talking this entire time, but I've been muted.
Yeah, I was saying you're muted. Yeah. Oopsie
Yeah, I was
poopsie.
like, I can't really do anything because my entire party is like in the way. So I can't.
Let
really,
me in there.
I can't really do anything. I'm just like, that's a bigger bug than I had thought it was, guys.
You don't have any ranged attacks?
I have 0 range attacks.
Oh, that's
At least
unfortunate.
I think so. I don't.
You don't have like a throwing axe or just something?
Let me take a look. What do we have?
It's always good to have options.
Oh wait, I have a javelin.
There you go. You got a javelin.
Can you not just like ask her to switch places? They're like right next to each other. Is
She's
that not
paralyzed.
a thing you can do?
She is paralyzed for one.
Incapacitated, so if anything, you would have to drag me away.
I don't mind picking her up and moving her.
I never added the javelin
Where
to my
would I
attack
get
list,
moved?
so I don't know what it does.
Well, just roll
there we
an
go.
attack
I
with
just
your
did that.
proficiency bonus.
We're good. Let's see. Look how slow that dice rolls. But it rolls pretty good.
Okay.
That is an 18.
18's gonna hit. Roll that javelin damage.
That'd be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage?
Yep.
All right, Botak, seeing his friend paralyzed by this strange bug creature and unable to move, takes out a javelin, kind of throws it past Thurxora's shoulders, and manages to hit the bug in the chest, and it squirms.
And Threx was being mad at me for not wanting to kill the thing.
Unfortunately, you are paralyzed, Thurxora, but at the end of your turn, you can roll a Constitution saving throw to see if it ends.
A Constitution saving throw, which is gonna be a 16.
16? That succeeds. You are no longer paralyzed.
Yeah, I'm just poisoned and therefore have disadvantages on
You're no
everything.
longer paralyzed or poisoned, sorry.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, you would totally recover from it. Which is very good, because its turn is up.
Yes. Come on, next
Considering you still are the one nearest to the bright light, it's gonna attack you again. Poor Thrixora. I'm sorry.
This is why we squish bugs.
Roll the
shut
Constitution
up
saving
there.
throw for me, Thrixora.
Half poison you.
I'm sorry.
10.
He goes after the one with the light. Yeah, that's gonna hit. You're paralyzed again. He reaches out with those tentacles. He's like, "Nuh-uh, you ain't getting away that easy." He paralyzes you. You are going to take. He is terrible at rolling. You thank goodness for you. You take another 3 poison damage. He's going to roll for bite. That misses. That's gonna hit. You are gonna take a lot of piercing damage. You're gonna take 7 piercing damage.
Only had 3 HP left anyways. So... That I am.
He's not
I'm
down.
not. I am not enjoying this. I don't.
But she'll be up.
I'm just doing what it would do. Okay. That's its turn. Lily, your turn.
Well, this is not great. Okay, I'm gonna Shocking Grasp again and hope that we can get Thexora out of the way if it doesn't have the reactions.
What are you gonna try and do?
Shocking Grasp,
Okay,
17.
that's gonna hit.
Ooh, yeah. 4 zap damage and no reactions. I'm assuming I can't try and
4
help
zap
him
damage.
because the zap is my action.
The zap is your action. Unfortunately, you can't really use.
Yeah,
You can't really do much with your action other than that.
yeah. Rip early sorcerer life. She's done.
Okay. You can step out of the way if you want. Just throwing that out there. It is now Gwyn's turn.
Right. Let's try with the good old fly swatter again.
Roll for bonk.
Roll for bonk.
No, this bug. Maybe this bug's more scared of them than they are of it.
12.
You know. That doesn't mean I automatically. 12 actually hits. 12 is gonna hit it. You actually hit with the bonk. Are you sure you're rolling with your modifier, Tama?
Yes.
It's adding the
I rolled a
plus
7.
to everything. You
I
rolled
rolled a
7?
7 and I got +5.
Okay. All right. I just
Told
wanted to
you,
make sure it was actually working.
It doesn't like me, I swear.
Guess not.
I mean, it rolls pretty well for me.
13 damage.
13 damage. Nice.
Yep.
Ooh.
I roll pretty well with D&D Beyond. Just saying.
No, you don't. You don't roll at all.
I did too. You can even check the chat right there.
As Lily reaches out with another shocking grasp and manages to hit it, and it's kind of squirming around again, you focus this time, waiting for your chance to strike with this hammer, and finding an ample opportunity as it kind of begins writhing around on the ground from this electricity. You, bam, bring your hammer down onto its abdomen and actually manage to strike a blow against it, creating a huge, like, one of its many legs gets knocked off by your hammer. And you hear this loud thud squishing noise. And that was a pretty decent hit. That was a pretty good chunk of health. Botak, your turn. It's still alive, though.
Moot. Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Botak.
Botak will use another javelin to fire off and try and hit this oil right in the big face.
Another javelin.
And that is an 11.
11 misses, unfortunately. You
Darn.
try and find a point to hit this centipede-like creature with this javelin as you reach back, and as Gwyn slams down on it with a hammer, you think you find a point and you throw, but unfortunately it goes wide and bounces off the back of the wall.
I'm not used to throwing these.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Thrixora, roll your Constitution saving throw for me. And your death saving throw.
Death save. Yeah, 1 second. I have to think, which one did I... Where is the death save?
Waffle is a boomer. Thank you. I take that as a compliment, Sleepy Fan.
So first of all, my Constitution saving throw was an 11.
You got an 11 on your Constitution saving throw. Unfortunately, that is not going to be high enough to get rid of your paralyzation.
And give me a d20. D20. 17 on the death save.
All right, that'll succeed. That's 1 success for your death save. All right. Carrion Crawler's turn. It's gonna roll an attack. Actually, no. It's not gonna roll an attack. The one with the light has been snuffed out. It is going to take the disengage action and climb onto the ceiling and try to get away from you guys. That would be...
You punk, I need my javelin
That would put it right here as it climbs on the ceiling, which is about 10 feet high here. It's not a very high ceiling, but it climbs on the ceiling and begins to scooch away from you guys and try and escape your guys' shocking grasp and bug-squishing hammers. And it kind of begins to scuttle away on the ceiling. Lily, your turn.
I mean, I have dark vision. Can I still see it?
Yes, you can still see it. To be fair, the light is still lit. It's just on the ground, just sitting there. It's just a glowing skull on the ground. Because I'm pretty sure, Thrixora, your your invisible mage hand was dispelled when you died.
Okay.
Is mage hand concentration?
No, but
No.
the light is.
I'm actually not completely sure about that. No, light isn't either.
No, like
I didn't think so. Okay, I was just double checking.
Wait, light isn't either? Okay, cool.
No.
Lily is gonna spare the dying on Thexora now that it's shifted a bit, but it's still around. And stabilize her.
Okay. Thurxora, you don't have to roll death saving throws anymore. You are stabilized once again.
Yay!
I mean,
The
well,
D gods
until
didn't
level
like me
3,
and my
there's still
staring
nothing
duels.
else I can do, so I'm still done, but at least you're up. Come on, level 3, I need my magic.
Botak.
So dull until then.
I, Botak, would like to throw a javelin.
Oh,
It is on the ceiling. Oh, wait, hold on. It's not my turn.
Yeah, it's Gwen's go.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad. Gwyn. My bad. Bye, oopsie poopsie.
Gwen is going to ignore the man in her voice, telling she can't do anything. She's going to gain her confidence back. Move to the. And then she's going to yeet her throwing axe at the bugger.
Okay. Roll for yeet.
That is a 17.
That is going to hit.
10 damage.
Dang. You don't hit very often, but when you do, watch out.
I'm angry.
That's some decent chunk of damage. You take this throwing axe and you're like, oh, you're not getting away from me. As the bug begins to scuttle away on the ceiling, you take out your throwing axe and chuck it as hard as you can and manage to catch it right in the big centipede butt as a hand axe gets wedged right into its abdomen. And it shrieks and hisses. Botak.
I throw javelin and I have a 13.
That hits.
Gosh. Let's see the damage. That's 7.
Botak, how do you want to how do you want to go about killing this thing? What do you want to do as your finishing blow?
Okay. Botak sees that the good throwing axe by his buddy Gwyn hits it right in the butt. It's like, okay, we're gonna pin it on the other side. So we're gonna hit right in the, like, not its head, but like its neck, and just pin it straight to the ceiling.
Okay. You throw this javelin. You see as Gwyn's axe lodges right in its abdomen, and you take that chance to throw it. Your javelin flies straight, right up, right between where its head connects to the rest of its body. With a almost blood-curdling insect-like shriek, it hisses and begins to flail around as it is pinned to the ceiling. And the legs drop. It loses its grip on the ceiling, and it begins dangling and thrashing about. And you see this green ooze start pouring from the axe, where the axe is lodged in there, and this javelin stuck in its neck. And it thrashes for a little while, and it stops moving eventually, coming to a rest. This green ooze dripping from its dead corpse.
Okay. So, that's a bigger bug than I thought.
I told you it was a big bug.
Okay, there's a difference between big bug and something the size of a freaking human.
I apologize. Next time I shall clarify clearer. I apologize. Ooh, she kind of shudders.
Like,
Looks at it. She's like, I do not do well with bugs.
I can understand this. I can understand why. That thing is bigger than me. I can understand why people would be afraid of that thing.
I will delete this bug because it is dead now. Bye bye, bug.
I will jump off of the table in the middle of the room and pull on my javelin to get it yanked out.
Okay, you recover your javelin,
I'm getting both of them back.
and you could probably
Yeah.
recover the other one if you went into the
Oh yeah, I gotta get all three. That's right.
into
I'll get
the
the other one
can
after.
you,
alcove. You could grab the other two. They are unbroken.
can you grab me my
Rex.
axe as well?
Yeah, I'm doing another running jump to grab the axe. That way, the giant centipede is now on the floor, but we have both stuff.
Its head is still pinned into the ceiling, but its body eventually, as it bleeds out, flops onto the ground.
Uh, so I don't know about you guys, but that was not very good thing. Uh, anybody have anything for healing on Thrax? Is she okay? Everything
Oh,
good?
it's okay. I've got her. She's gonna touch her on the shoulder and cure wounds. For 9.
Ooh, nice.
Spell slot gone. Boom. Whew. One left.
Next time we send in Botak first.
Poor
Well, I do
Thryxora.
agree. Well, I do agree with this, Thrax. The- that's not the when you hear big bug, you're not thinking something that big. You're thinking something like, oh, it's like bigger than average bug. You know, it's like I don't know what are they called?
Ooh,
Like
eek, it's a big spider.
yeah, like a big spider or something like that. Not
God.
something bigger than a freaking human. If you said something was bigger than a freaking human up in there, I'd been like, okay, I'm in front. Don't get behind me. To be fair.
Yeah, I do apologize. I shall be much more concise in my descriptions of terrifying bugs next time around.
Let's just establish small as normal bug size, big is the size of a plate or two. This is run.
Yeah, well, I mean,
The
I
giant
managed
bug.
to kill it, but I mean, I'd call that a mega bug. I think there's more of those lying around.
Yeah, I'd rather not find out. I don't know about you guys.
So bad that
Thryxora
you know
mage hands her
what
glowy
that.
skull and lifts it up in here to see if there's anything the bug might have been sitting on or something.
Roll investigation. As you examine these sacks full of bones.
And now I get the roll to 23.
23. You look through this strange pantry-like area, and you see some strange. You didn't really notice it at first, but these strange jars are kind of hidden in the back of the earth. And you hold your light up, thinking, well, maybe there's a potion or something like that. You see inside this jar organs of some mysterious unknown nature. In one jar, in another jar, covered up by these sacks that are also filled with strange bones. Some with a little bit of flesh still on them. It looks like this creature had previously been enjoying a meal. But other than that, you don't find anything.
Does anyone want a half-chewed liver? Just has a little bit of bug spit on it.
Can't say I'm a fan, no.
Seeing as how it, kind of paralyzed you a little bit,
That was the
And
tentacles. That's fine.
it came from its body still. I think I'm good. Gwen, here's your X back.
Cheers. Right. What are we doing?
I'm gonna go grab my last javelin back in the alcove. And then
All right, you get your javelin back. It is unbroken.
cool. All right. So, all in favor of continue to explore this place? Say aye.
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 Aye. All in favor of being much more careful? Say aye.
Oh, aye.
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 Maybe we should just
All in
make
favor
a
of sending in
standing
Botek
rule.
first, say aye.
Indeed, maybe we should
Aye.
all in favor of making a standard rule that either Botak or Gwen open every door and look into every crevice, even if we have to give them a light source to do so.
Probably a
Mhm.
good idea.
Sounds,
I think that
sounds
would
like
be a good
idea
plan.
indeed.
I
I think in here, especially Botek should take the lead. He is the best
I
with
mean,
tunnels and stuff.
I'm not opposed to this. I'm more than happy with keeping my friends and partners safe.
And one more thing. Does anybody have a rope by any chance?
I think I have.
Rope?
Yes, a rope.
Yes, I have plenty of rope.
The plan is the following: to prevent Botek from accidentally falling into a trap like that. What about this? We attach you to a rope, Botek, and we attach you to a rope, Gwen, and have you walk behind him. And if there's another thing like a pit with spikes or something, you
He can hold him up.
Yeah, exactly. You hold him up so he
Yes,
doesn't fall into the spikes.
Sure. I'm fine with that. A little
I
bungee
mean, how
gnome.
would you feel about that, Botak?
I'm not sure how I feel about being tied to another person, but
It's just a rope. You can
if
just
it's
cut it
for
off.
safety, I'm not going to complain.
Yes, indeed, just for the sake of safety. That
Mhm.
trap did look awfully nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer not to fall in one of those. You know,
Yep.
Gwen, buddy, don't let me fall. I don't want to fall.
I got you, little one. Bungee gnome it is.
Thank you. All right, I let them tie me.
Okay.
Got the side of
You
side
guys
of regrowth.
You guys managed to tie a rope between Botak and who else?
Me.
Gwen.
And Gwen. All right. How long is the length of rope?
I want to go like 15 feet.
The drops were 10.
Yeah, that's very long.
I would
We
say
could pull off
3.
spikes with that, but
I'm saying 15. That way you could be more towards the back, and it'll be like, because that's how our usual
let's do it
formation
like
is.
this. We do 5 feet. Botek will
Yeah.
lead. Gwen will come after him. I will come
5.
after Gwen and be a light for Gwen.
Yeah.
With
All right, so
floaty
I guess
shiny skull and then Lily can take the back of the
5 feet in between us then.
Yep.
Sorry, sleepy fan. I don't want to
Just
interrupt their
because the
planning
drops
phase.
looked about 10.
I don't want to interrupt their.
Yeah.
I want to know what they're doing. So I
I was suggesting
unfortunately
15.
can't.
That way, you could stay in the back like we've been going through, but that's fine.
I'm reading your messages though.
Either
Don't
way,
worry.
it's fine. Just throwing out options. Respecting privacy. Anyway. So which way we want to go? The way we were about to go points
Yeah,
to
I
the,
think we should check out that way.
so here.
Yep.
Don't worry, sleepy fan. No, I'm just glad you're here. All right, which are you going to the north then?
Yes.
Okay.
I,
You guys begin to head north. How far are you going? This is a narrow tunnel, generally the same size as all of them, but these stairways slowly go down into what you think you can see a larger room up ahead. It's dark
Let's take
and
a look.
hard to see, but you think you can kind of make it out as you get a little closer. Okay.
Does this place have a door or no door?
There is no door here. This is an open
Okay.
chamber. The tunnel kind of opens up to it is a larger chamber. You see a small well sits in the center of a large empty chamber filled with beams for holding up this earthen ceiling. There isn't much in this place, save for several open entrances to some either rooms or alcoves. You can't really make it out, but they line the walls. Several entrances to somewhere else. And as you get farther away, you do notice the chanting begins to get quieter and quieter until it's just a murmur again. You can't really make it out.
Good, they haven't seen on my nose. Alright, it looks like we got a big room up here. We
Thank you, Scott.
Thank
you.
The ceiling. Make sure none of those more.
Thank you,
centipedes
Scottstra.
are around.
I would check for bugs, check for traps. That might be a good idea.
Start bonking a few of the squares around.
Oh, I did forget Doggo. I forgot all about Doggo. Oh no, we've made mistakes. You're right.
We left Doggo. but
We
that's
left
okay.
Doggo.
At
That's
least he's
right.
safe.
And Doggo is following you, Thurxora. Seems
Okay.
intent on
Did
following
Doggo
you
just
around.
dump the spike pit?
He took it the long way around. Just pretend he's back here. he took a way around. I'm sorry. Yes, there is an undead dog following you guys.
The entire time.
He whimpered in the corner during that entire centipede fight. He was not much help there,
Aw,
but
poor puppy.
That's fine.
thank you, Schmoodle. I
I'm,
totally forgot.
Are
Yes.
you checking all of these squares for pitfalls, or looking on the ceiling for any more centipede-like creatures?
Thank you, by the way, Scuffstra for the 13 months and Schmoodle for the 100 biddies. All right, roll perception check.
Perception check.
Thank you, guys. How could I forget Sophaxus? I didn't mean it. I forgot.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. You look around. Doesn't really seem to be anything that jumps out at you immediately.
Everything looks clear, but still careful, you know. I wouldn't put anything past this place. Is this a well in the middle of the room?
Yes, that is the well. The well in the center of the room.
Okay. I'm a peer into it.
Don't worry, sleepy fan. I hope you're doing good, Scuffstra. You're gonna peer into the well?
Yes.
Okay, you walk up to this well. And peek inside. Roll a perception check.
Going through another perception. Oh, that, my friends, is a natural 20 for a 22.
Natural 20. You begin to move towards this well, Botak. And get maybe within a couple feet of it. About to peer over the side, and suddenly you stop. You perk your head up and listen. You hear a low guttural rumbling noise coming from within the well. Do you still approach it? Botak?
I'm gonna warn my party. Be like, guys, I hear something coming from the well. Be extremely careful. I'm gonna check and see. Should I check and see what it is, or should we just leave it alone?
If you can check to see what it is without leaning your entire body over the well, then yes, I worry if someone peers over it, then they may be grabbed from beneath. Although you do have the safety rope, so it is your call, Botak.
Guys, idea.
Oh,
She mage hands the floaty skull above the well
good idea.
All right.
to see if anything jumps at the floaty skull.
You mage hand this floaty skull. This Botak, you watch as this floating skull carried by some invisible force floats past your head and slowly over the well, lighting up the area. You stare at the skull, guys, ready for anything that might come out. Nothing seems to happen, though.
The skull, though, looks down into the well and slowly moves its chin. Being like,
I'm gonna assume you did like a motion with your mouth.
Yep.
You try to animate the skull as much as possible with your floating mage hand, and kind of look down on the well. Nothing seems to happen.
Perhaps we should throw a pebble down there?
Good night, Tick. Have a good one.
Do you happen to have a pebble?
We could look around and see if there's one. Surely there's something.
Yeah, there's various rocks and small debris of the earth laying around. You could probably pretty easily find a rock or pebble.
Okay. Should I have a go? What does everyone think?
Thank you for redeeming the sexy redemption, Scuffstra. Thank you. I was pretty sexy as that bug.
Sure, why not? Even if anything does try and come from up that way, at least it only has one point of entry, and there's plenty of us.
Also, I can't wait either.
Give it a try.
Okie dokie. Gwen finds a small pebble and drops it from above.
Do you lean over and drop it, or do you chuck it from a distance?
No, just chuck it.
You chuck it from a distance.
Mhm.
Okay. You kind of take this, medium-sized pebble. It's not like a little tiny itsy bitsy. It's a decent size. You throw it, and you hear as it bounces off of the different walls of the well. And suddenly you hear it. The same noise you had heard before, Botak.
We're making it angrier.
And you suddenly see, with this, as the guttural noises get louder and louder, a hand reach over the edge of the well. This long, fingered hand. And from the lip of the well, you see this head poke out. These cold, lifeless eyes. This very strange, heavily toothed maw of some humanoid creature. Kind of this gray color pattern to it. Completely bald, skin kind of rotting, growl at you. Make an initiative roll, guys.
Wait, I want to do the Threx thing. Maybe it's friendly.
Yeah, maybe it's friendly.
I take Botek and toss him down the well.
You guys are finding every bad guy.
Oops.
Hang on carefully, he's attached to Gwen.
It grabs you and pulls you both into the well.
Gwen is probably about 5 to 10 times as heavy as him because
True.
of physics. So he's just 3'3", so
I'm just fishing with a
I'm also
nose.
in
It's not
chain
just
armor, so
okay, a child in chain armor versus a very big dragon lady in chain armor. Still think she's heavier.
Botak, what'd you
yes,
roll?
Obviously, I rolled an 11.
11.
7.
11. Gwyn rolled 7. Therxora, what'd you roll?
14.
14. Lily, what'd you roll?
Mm, 10.
10 for Lily. It's gonna roll. It rolls terribly. It rolls like garbage. It's gonna be going very last. Yep, that's a 4.
I like that number. That's a good number for it.
I'm sorry, what did you rolled an 11, you said, Therxora?
I go to 14.
14. I don't know why I thought 11.
I got
Okay.
11.
Botak got 11.
It's
Got it. Okay. Boop. It rolled like poopy. Alright, since you guys were not surprised, it doesn't get a surprise round on you. Lily, your turn.
Didn't change my number, I only rolled 10.
Whoops. I changed all your guys' numbers, but for some reason it didn't edit it. I don't know why. Oops, I fixed it.
I only got a 7.
Oh, why doesn't it change? I don't know why I didn't save anything. Okay, well, that would make it Therxora's turn. Sorry.
Okay. I am going to move over here to
Okay.
make space for the fighters to fight. And
Just reveal this area right here. This is another narrow tunnel to your east with a stairway.
why does our compass say beef soup?
Does the compass say beef soup? The compass does say beef. Who made the compass beef soup? That sounds delicious. I want some beef soup.
Yeah, he's making beef soup and not sharing.
No beef soup. Only north, south, east, and west.
Going to take a closer look at this thing to see if I know
This is
what
right
the
here,
heck it
by the
might be.
You're gonna take a closer look at it. Roll religion.
Religion, okay. A 15.
This is a fairly common undead. You do know what it is. It is commonly seen in places of war. Gwyn, you might actually know this too. It might be pretty common to you as someone, and actually you too, Botak.
Hey.
As someone who's been around war, and Botak is someone who's experienced with the undead, you guys know that it is a ghoul, something that goes around and also known as a corpse eater. Goes around and eats corpses. Generally not too strong, but not to be very underestimated. So. It could probably take most people in a one-on-one fight.
Do I know anything about its weaknesses by any chance? Useful knowledge that I could share with them.
With a 15 roll, unfortunately, you're not well versed. You know what they are, but you're not extensively versed on ghouls, so you're not sure about its weaknesses or strengths.
I just yelled to the others, guys, I think it's a ghoul.
Hmm.
I am, Rel. I hope you're having a good time, too. I hope you're having a good time playing Roblox, Sleepy.
Shut up, kill it already. Mr. Paladin, defender of all goods and lights and blah. Just do your job, okay?
Yep.
Are you doing anything, Thurxora?
I don't really have anything other than trying to poke it with my stabby.
Okay, so you're not going to attack it?
I'm not gonna get close to it because we all know how that ended last time. It's time for-
Down me once, shame on me.
Down, we try to shame on.
Down me once, shame on you. Down me twice, shame on me. Yeah, understandable. All right, Botak, your turn.
Botak sees the boil. He walks up to it and is like, "Hi, you mind going back into that well right there, real quick?" And takes a big old swing.
Okay, you move
And
up
it-
around the well and move and try to attack this ghoul. Roll for your attack.
I have a 21.
21, that definitely is going to hit the ghoul.
For good points of, I believe that's 10 damage? Yes, 10 damage.
10 damage, all right. You manage to bring your maul up, getting around the well as it climbs out and tries to get like in a defensive position as it sees your entire group, and it almost looks surprised for a second. It climbs out of the well and you quick sweep around the well, bring your maul to its head and give it a good smack. It reels backwards.
Crack. I got nothing else to do, so it'll be my turn.
All right, Lily.
Lily is gonna slide her way into the room and firebolt.
Firebolt.
God, 12.
12 hits.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the 10. 7.
7 damage. You launch a firebolt at this ghoul and manage to hit it right after Botak hits it with the maul. It reels backwards, gets hit with the fireball, grunts as it is looking pretty hurt already. You guys managed to get some good blows in immediately, and it's a big chunk of flesh is taken out of its arm and its head, but it still seems to be clinging to life. Or unlife.
I wonder if it's happy about that.
Gwen, your turn.
I'm gonna come closer. I'm gonna go do the good old bonk stick.
Good old roll for bonk stick. 14 is gonna hit. Oh, you guys are wrecking this ghoul.
12 damage.
He was just chilling, sleeping in as well. All right, you bring your hammer around. Wham! Manage to hit it right in the side of the head. Its head goes flying off of its body, and the body's kind of just sitting there for a second, standing upright, and falls over, kind of slumping into the well, and falls down. You guys suddenly hear as two more of these creatures come rushing out from these side areas, these rooms that had been adjacent to this section. They're going to run at the closest, which is you, Gwyn, and you, Botak. First one's gonna make an attack. That is your AC. What is your AC, Botak?
16.
Ooh, that's just gonna hit.
Darn. Oh well.
It rolled maximum damage.
Ouchies.
You're gonna take 14 piercing damage as it leaps at you from this alcove, out of the darkness. Botak, as you look and watch this body go down the well just to make sure this thing is completely dead, you turn around and you notice this ghoul jumping at you from the darkness, and it latches on, takes a big bite out of your neck, just latching onto you.
Not like this. I wasn't ready.
The other one's gonna attack you. What's your AC, Gwen?
18.
18. Another one rushes out of the darkness and comes towards you, Gwen. And it jumps at you, but you manage to bring up your hammer. It reaches out with its very sharp, elongated mouth, and you bring up your hammer handle, and it clamps down on it just in time. You manage to protect yourself from getting bitten by one of these.
Smooth.
All right, Botak, your turn.
Ortek is now very angry and is not having any of this shit anymore, and will now cast Thunderous Smite as the bonus action.
Oh, Thunderous Smite, all right.
And he will give him the good bonking.
The good bonking.
Son of a bitch.
Uh-oh. Is that not a good
natural
bonking?
one.
You roll the 1?
Yeah.
Oh no,
That's
you
a
roll the nat 1?
Yeah.
Oh, big oof. You
My
go,
first natural one.
you go to raise up your weapon and hit it with the power of your god, and you bring down the maul, but this ghoul has latched onto you very thoroughly, and you just can't seem to get enough leverage to get a good hit on this. It's kind of just clamped onto you, just biting down. And with this bite in your neck, you can't concentrate. You're just trying to shake it off. Unfortunately, not hitting it. Your turn, Lily.
This is not going overly well. She is gonna throw another firebolt at
More firebolt.
top. Yeah, more firebolt.
More fire. Roll for fire.
God, 10.
That's gonna miss. You
Yeah.
fling a firebolt, but you can't seem to get a good, with Botak kind of flailing around with this thing on his neck. You can't really seem to get a good angle for the firebolt. You try to throw one, and it goes wide and hits the earthen wall behind it. Anything else you want to do?
Lols, you're joking, right?
Gwen, your turn.
Time to Gwen smash.
Gwen smash.
Gwen smash this one right here.
Gwen smash this one.
$19.
That's definitely gonna hit. Making up for all those misses before.
7 damage.
7 damage. You charge at this one, you bring the handle away and manage to smack it to the side and off of you, doing a nice 7 bludgeoning damage to it. It kind of thumps against the wall, and in retaliation, lashes back out at you. Unfortunately, it can't seem to. It's kind of chomping its mouth around, kind of, and you're kind of pinning it against the wall with your hammer, stopping it from being able to reach you. It's gonna miss. Botak. I rolled maximum damage again.
Is me? Ah, fudge.
I'm sorry, Botak. I rolled maximum damage. I'm sorry. I wish I was recording my dice rolls. I'm not doing this on purpose.
Maximum damage twice. That sucks.
I wish I could take a picture of this. It's a 2d6, and I rolled double sixes again. Oh, man. Chachi, you're gonna take another 14 damage. As it
Vortex is down.
just rips a chunk of flesh out of your neck, and you just begin, blood sprays against the side of the wall. And you kind of clutch your neck and fall down to the ground,
Vortex is down.
unconscious,
He's out.
bleeding out from your neck as this creature clambers on top of you. Big oof.
Here goes my
Alright.
spell.
Thurxora.
Alright, now I have to think about something really quick.
I cannot believe I rolled maximum damage twice in a row. That's better than a crit in a lot of cases.
I understand that.
Let me think. Just to make sure, if I heal Botek right now, that will not help until he's stabilized, right?
No, he just gets up.
Oh, okay.
I get up, I'm fine.
Well, in that case, I am going to. my I'm going to use my bardic inspiration on myself.
Okay.
And now comes the Bard OP healing combo. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to cast Healing Word on Botek.
Okay.
Healing him first of all for 6 damage plus. Here comes the Bardic Inspiration bonus.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Where's
Them
the
bard
Bardic
powers.
Inspiration? I can add in this additional 3 points, so I heal Botek for a total of 9 points.
9 points of damage. So you see as Thurxora, the rest of you see, Botak, you don't see anything, you're unconscious on the ground, begins to strum their lyre and begins to hum a tune. And you see this glowing aura come from the lyre as this melody begins to suffuse the air around Botak. Botak, you feel consciousness return to you, and you hear this beautiful humming as the wound on your neck begins to close shut enough to stop you from bleeding out. You are conscious again.
Oh, I think my tone deafness got cured.
You are unfortunately you're prone on the ground still, but you are conscious.
Let's
All
fight.
right.
I'm alive.
And with
There's
that,
Sora.
I'm completely useless. Sorry, guys.
That was pretty useful.
We need a long rest after this.
Oh yeah, we do.
Botak.
Botek is very angry that his spell is no longer active. He cannot thunderous smite people. Very sad. Very unfortunate.
That's unfortunate,
He's
yeah.
going to take out his anger on the dearest ghoul and smack him with the good bonking this time.
Okay. Smack with the bonking.
Got... It's not the good bonking. At least, wait, hold on. Oh no, it is good bonking. A 20.
Yeah, that definitely is gonna hit. That's good. That's a pretty good bonking. That's good bonkage.
I wish I got that last time. That is for 10 points of damage.
Nice. You get up, and immediately the first thing you see as you are filled with life again and consciousness is this ghoul, and this ghoul spits out this chunk of your neck that it had ripped out, and you kind of grit your
Hey,
teeth
that's a bitch!
and run at it with your maul. Bam! Hit it in the side of the head. It kind of makes this guttural noise as its jaw gets dislocated from
I'm
your
back, baby.
smack to the side of the head with this maul. It revenge smack. All right, Lily, your turn.
We are going same again, same again.
More fire.
More fire!
Yeah.
23!
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Oh, for 4 damage.
Hey, 4 damage. That can make all the difference.
4 damage.
Yes. So, seeing reeling back from Botak's maul hit, you throw some fire at it. It hits it right in the chest, seeming to singe, it chars this long dead flesh. And it reels back even more. It is your turn, Gwen.
Well, it's time for another good bonking.
More bonkage.
20, baby.
Oh yeah! The revenge rolls. Dang, guys.
Only a 5 damage though.
5 damage. Hey, that's pretty good. 5 damage is 5 damage. It's better than 0 damage. Pinning, you are currently pinning this other ghoul against the wall, and you take your hammer that's got it pinned, and you kind of bring it back and shove it right into its chest, and it kind of spits out this blackish kind of blood as you shove the hammer further into its chest and keep pinning it against this wall.
Nice.
It is going to try and attack you, Gwen, but you are holding it back. You are holding it against this wall, and it just can't seem to reach you. It kind of slashes around with its claws, but it just can't seem to gain purchase. This one is going to attack you, Botak, and as you hit it with your maul and it reels backwards and it takes this firebolt, it gutters at you and tries to take a slash with its claws. But you're prepared this time. It's not going to catch you by surprise again. And you step backwards, and it swings wide. Both of
I'm
them
ready
missing.
for you this time, you little shit.
Drixora! These,
I'm
they are
going
both
to,
looking pretty beat up. Their flesh is beginning to fall off. And struggle to maintain attached to their bodies.
I'm going to engage in a staring duel with the bottom stair of the staircase here.
Okay. That staircase looks pretty ominous. It has 5 steps, perfectly carved. You feel like the staircase might attack at any moment. You're watching the staircase. Is there anything else you want to do, or are you just staircase watcher?
I mean, I could take my pokey stick and just be like, and attack it and probably die from it, so
You
no.
could. No pokey stick?
Very well put.
No pokey stick.
No pokey stick.
Oh.
Okay, Botek.
Okay, Botek will now go up. And this time, Botek is seeing his angriness, okay? Botek will bonk him in the balls.
Bonk him in the balls. Alright, ball bonk. Roll for ball bonk.
I did not hit. That is a 6.
Yeah, you unfortunately, as it swipes at you with its claws, and you step back, you try and make a counterattack, but now that you are both kind of locked in this back and forth, it's hard for either one of you to land a hit on the other, and your swing goes wide. Lily. Thank you for math help, Deadly.
More fire! 13.
13. That's gonna hit. I dropped a dice.
Ooh, for 8.
8.
Good.
Yeah, your fireball hits it as you see Botak and this ghoul going back and forth. You wait for an opportune moment, whoosh, chuck a firebolt at it, hit it square in the same spot you had hit it before. It kind of and you see as the flesh begins to char away and this black blood begins to spill out of it. And it falls over and stops moving. Anything else you want to do?
Kill though. Good kill.
Really?
You got him with fire.
But you keep asking me that. It's a level 3. No,
I don't know. If you want to move, if you want to get an advantageous position, you could move elsewhere. I don't know.
Boom. You could go
That's
there.
very true.
You
I
could go
could.
there.
You could dance. You could do a
That's
little jig.
true. Let's do the Irish jig.
Okay, you do a little Irish jig.
Botak.
You were so excited by hitting this thing square in the chest with a firebolt that you do a little Irish jig.
Meanwhile, Thuxora plays the music for it.
Thuxora suddenly.
It's a bonus action.
The music that Thuxora is playing right now begins to shift as you suddenly both go into unison about dancing. Meanwhile, Gwen has this other ghoul pinned against the side of the wall.
Gwyn looks over, stares blankly in disbelief of what is happening currently, sighs, and then attempts to once again smash the ghoul further into the wall.
Okay. Roll for smashing.
24.
Yeah, that'll hit. Oh my gosh.
Gwen is good at smashing.
Good at smash.
13 damage.
How do you want to
Gwen's
finish
very
it
good at
off?
smashing.
I will keep smashing repetitively over and over again in time to the beat of this Irish jig going behind me. Probably
So-
for excitement and a little bit of insanity, but it's quite satisfying.
So, you know, at first this Irish jig is sort of like, you see Lily trying to just be, like, it's kind of an excited hop at first, and then Thuxora kind of trying to keep the mood, you know, elevated with the previous strumming that they had done, though it's not magical, kind of trying to keep a beat going and make sure this battle keeps on rhythm. Very important, actually, that there is something besides just the creepy grunts of the creatures keeping you guys going. And you do notice, Thuxora, you see Lily do this little hop and skip, and you kind of and Lily kind of like looks at you awkwardly and begins to pick it up a little bit, and then Gwyn, you hear this going on behind you, you turn and you kind of sigh and it begins shoving your hammer further and further into this ghoul as blood, this black tarish blood begins to spurt out from it, and it just eventually just pushing a hole right through its chest with your hammer. And it falls
Do
on
I
the
want
floor.
to know what that ghoul's last thoughts were?
If only I could do a jig too.
What the fuck just happened?
You did it! You
I
killed
got very hurt. That's what happened.
the ghouls with dancing. Congratulations. We have now achieved peak D&D.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. There's gonna be nothing better than this the entire day.
It's all downhill from here.
Yep.
You guys...
Is everyone alive?
Yeah.
Think
I'm
so.
okay.
Not sure if I'm fine.
Kinda. I've been better.
Do you wish to take my
Fingers.
healing potion, Botak?
No.
You have a little mana left, but I worry that if we run into anything else, we may still need it.
Well,
I
I
think
have
we
bad
need
news
a
for
very
you.
long rest.
yeah, me too.
I'm kind of
Because-
pooped.
I think that would be a very good idea.
Mm.
We're going to have to set up watches, though.
I'm going to take both of those bodies and throw them down the well.
Okay, you begin picking up these ghoul corpses and kind of toss it down into the well. You as you toss it, it kind of flops. You kind of expect to hear a splash, but it's just a. You hear a very low thud at the bottom.
Right before Botek tosses the
What's
second
satisfying?
blue corpse into the well, Thuxora is gonna stop and being like, wait a second, and casts light on the ghoul corpse, so they can throw the glowing ghoul corpse into the well
Oh, good idea.
in an attempt to see the bottom.
You cast light on the ghoul corpse, and as Botak throws another ghoul corpse down, this brightly lit, massacred corpse with a massive, giant, hammer-sized hole in its chest falls downwards. This bright beacon of light in an otherwise dark and dreary place lands on top of two other corpses at the bottom of a very dry well, about 15 feet down. You don't
Not
really
satisfying.
see anything down there except for black blood and two corpses.
It's not very satisfying without the splash.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Could
There
be
could
us
be like
going
40
down
of
that
them
well.
down there. Oh. I see we have different thoughts here. I mean, acid down there, as long as it's down there, no big problem. 40 of these guys down there, yeah, we'd run. Anyway,
If you want to try and get
Offer-
a better look, you can make a perception check.
nope, I'm good. I'm all for going to sleep. If anybody else wants to, go right ahead, be my guest.
The Xora is gonna have a look into the well.
All right, roll a perception check.
It's gonna be a 7.
You peer into the well, but unfortunately, especially with these piled up bodies, it's hard to make out anything that might be down there. Even with the glowing corpse, it kind of just, the light just reflects off of the black, goopy, tar-like blood. Unfortunately, you
Well-
don't see anything.
It's a well. What can I say? Except you're welcome.
Oh, well.
Roll a Constitution saving throw for me. I'm just kidding. Roll for pun damage.
Is that performance? Or...
You all take 1d4 psychic damage for Deadly's terrible pun. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck off, that's almost half my health.
You do notice this dog had been sitting in the corner, kind of not really, just whimpering, not really doing much. And he kind of begins to move forward and
is that really
sniff some of the
what
blood.
the dog was doing, or is that what the dog was doing because you forgot he was there again?
It's really what he was doing. Why can't it be both? Why does it have to be one of the? They're not mutually exclusive. I can forget about him, and he's a passive creature.
What is with the connections?
I can do both. No, Sleepy Fan. The long rest is what they do to recover hit points and their spell slots, and it's essentially a full heal.
Yeah.
But they have to
Or
rest
maybe
for 8
Xora
hours
goes
in
down
a
to
spoopy dungeon.
Sophexis and pats him on the head, being like, "Well, you see, you're not that bad. At least you don't eat gnomes most of the time."
Just gonna go sit
Roll
up
another
real quick.
d4 psychic damage. What are you guys doing?
I think
I
probably.
die.
Oh.
No, I
You all
don't.
die from Thyxora's terrible puns. You gonna explore the rooms to the side? Is that what you said?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down next to Gwen, and I'm just gonna go. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna let's take a nap. I'll take the last shift if anyone else doesn't mind.
I'll
Oh,
take the
oh.
first.
I was
mind.
going to offer the first.
I don't mind. It's up to you. How are you feeling?
I mean,
So
I
what
need
you're
to-
saying is, okay.
So,
I'm sure whoever's on watch is alert for the areas we haven't uncovered.
I will also say that there is a very low, but not unheard, chant echoing in the walls around you. Very low thrum of a chant. While you are trying this long rest inside of a ghoul-filled dungeon.
Guys,
Just throwing that out there.
I have another
I
idea.
understand that, but we can't do anything about that.
Should we maybe go back up the stairs?
You know, that's a good point. We could do that.
Then we at least have some quiet time.
I like that idea very much.
Yeah, much more less unsettling.
Okay. What are you guys heading back then?
Yeah, we're heading back up to the stairs to where the attic is.
All right,
Or
back
sleep in the
upstairs. You guys make your way through the earthen
I'm still tied to
tunnels,
Gwyn.
passing by the stone slab doors and the table with bones scattered around it. Going back up this stairwell 50 feet through several stories high. And I'll bring you guys back to... Wait, hold on, let me make sure it's not all busted. Are you good?
Probably just filled with angry suits of armor.
It's filled with angry suits of armor everywhere. No, you get to the top, peer out from this dusty, cobweb-filled stairwell, look out into the room that had previously been filled with furniture covered in white sheets, and now it's just random furniture. Nothing. Hold on, I'm trying to get Doggo. Doggo is following you guys.
I shall untie myself from Gwyn.
You are still tied.
Oh. I was just dragging Botac the entire time.
Let's leave the kids alone. Let's take the bedroom down here.
All right. You guys go into the bedroom where you had previously seen the doll and this desk that it looked like it had been used for like writing papers and things like that. What just seemed to be a simple attic bedroom, some kind of guest room with just a heating stove and just covered in cobwebs and rotting floorboards. There is one bed in here, a twin-size bed. So you guys pick where you guys want to sleep, and then choose who's going to do a lookout in this creepy haunted room.
Listen, it's not that creepy. I yoinked the doll earlier, so the creepiest thing of the room is currently in my backpack.
Do you still have glowing skull lighting your way?
Yeah.
The room is lit by a shining glowing skull, which definitely adds to the atmosphere. What are you guys doing? Who's taking which watch and how are you guys doing about this?
Who
I'm
wants
taking
to
the
be
last
weird?
watch. I'm gonna be sitting near the door, just like leaning up against the wall, trying to sleep that way.
Okay.
You ladies take the bed.
Lillian's gonna say, is this chair still standing?
It is a rocking chair, and it is... Yep, it's still standing. It's sitting in the corner, still.
She's gonna sit in the creepy rocking chair in the corner.
Ah, yes. You hear, ah, that's mine! No.
She is also going to take the first watch. She is just
Okay.
going to sit there and rock and take
Zara
the
is
first watch.
gonna hand her the glowing skull. So we now have the
Ah, yes.
scary tiefling, I think, lady.
Yes, tiefling. Purple
with the
skin
glowing
tiefling.
skull in her hand in the rocking chair.
Yeah, sitting in a rocking chair with a glowing skull in one hand and a hand on fire in the other. I feel a little bit
that's
sorry
nerdy.
for any bad guy who tries to walk in here, to be honest. You could probably just spook them.
He's like, what the heck is wrong with these guys?
That's an art
I thought I
piece
was
if I
bad.
ever see one.
That would be an amazing art piece. It so would.
Let's take this time to take a quick break because I really have to go to the bathroom. Too much Monster Energy drink.
Monster's bad for you.
And we'll take a quick break. So, yeah, if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I will be back in a few minutes. Let's go bye-bye for a second. Where's my
So we're gonna
BRB screen?
keep
There we
proceeding
go.
through the dungeon like everything's friendly, right?
You guys come up with your strategies.
Yes.
My strategy is to lock Botek in the wardrobe.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. An entire house that's been trying to kill us, except for one thing, and that's the dog that we rolled successfully on.
Listen,
Okay.
this floor did not try to kill us at all.
Everything that's been moved, that has moved in this house, has tried to kill us, besides the dog.
There wasn't anything,
Ghosts.
and the kids. And
Yeah,
the
the ghosts
kids.
have been alright.
Yeah. You just need to talk to them instead of just going bonk.
Here, let me talk to these ghouls, shall I? Let me talk to the giant centipede-looking thing, shall I?
Let me
talk
toss
to
the
whoever
gnome
is
into the
chanting, shall I?
furnace in the next. Actually, we have one in here. We can. Oh my god, we can lock Botek in the furnace.
Please.
I dare you. We'll see how fast you need another long rest. But nah. I'm just saying.
Listen, we haven't been eaten by an undead fucking dog mini boss just because we talked to it. Okay.
And
Rule number
That
1 in
could've
D&D:
gone-
if the enemies have a name, you should normally
know it had a name.
not. So Faxus has a name.
we didn't know it had a name, first off. Second off, if we that could have
The
ended
thing is,
two ways. One, friendly, like it did, or two, in a fight.
Mhm. And you
It-
want
it-
to rule out the chance of it being friendly and just immediately attack it?
I'm sorry, it's an undead dog. It has
So
rotting
what?
flesh. I'm sorry if something undead upsets a paladin.
It is.
You're a paladin gnome. It's literally no, the gnome alone is already enough to basically go shopping with you and then putting you into the ball pit instead of having you go shop with everybody else. Do you guys have that wonderful thing at IKEA, the small land?
I've never been to IKEA.
IKEA is great.
Do you guys or do your guys' IKEAs have the small land?
I've never heard of that. What is it?
It's
Is it small things?
it's basically well, over here our IKEA stores often have it. It's basically a place where you bring your kids when you go shopping. Basically, it's at the entrance, and you just bring your kid there. Be like, hey, have fun in the ball pit, and with all the other fun child activities you can do here. And I'm gonna be back in 2 hours after I bought a new kitchen.
That sounds amazing. I should be there too.
And whenever there is an emergency, they do this wonderful. They have this wonderful speaker announcement being like, the little insert name of your child here wants to be picked up from the small end.
Oh, that's so cute.
It sounds like a good thing for kids.
Yeah, and for
Yeah.
gnomes.
No.
Oi.
Welcome back, Mr. Waffles.
We have decided that Threx will always be in the front. Threx will. She has volunteered for it.
Threx?
She's going to open
Oh,
every
Thorax.
door and check everything.
Vexora is always going to be in the front. Yes, they will take all the damages and constantly
I don't
go
know
down.
if the
It'll
gnome
distract the
that's tied
monsters.
to the dragon lady has much to say in that matter.
I got tied to her currently.
We can change that.
I'm back. You guys do notice as you try and go to sleep that the dog does curl up at the foot of the bed.
Aww.
It's. I also want to point out this dog does smell horrendous. He is not a pleasant smelling creature. And there's
Lily has definitely dated things that smell worse with her backstory, so it does not bother her at all.
You're like, yeah, I've been there, done that. It's like he's constantly having farted. It's just an unpleasant all-around smell.
Boy.
But he seems so
Vexora is
happy.
just gonna blame it on Botak.
Wow.
And while she dozes off in her head, she composes a song about smelly gnomes.
Wow. Someone salty.
This is a haunted mansion that they have been a part of, Sleepy. You'd have to catch the recap at the beginning. But yeah, they're going around a spoopy doopy haunted mansion, essentially.
Hey, Sully. For those that don't know, we are all streaming this, so
Yes.
I have the multi-link right there for everyone. in my
Yeah.
chat.
Yes.
Everybody throw out those multi-Twitch links. Who is I don't have the multi-Twitch link. Could one of the mods do it for me, please? who's
Chachi posted in my chat, which I by the way fixed, so the bot shouldn't smack Chachi anymore. I can post it in your chat, Waffles.
Thank you.
I'll post it in everyone's.
Thank you for the random number, Sleepy.
Thank
Hi,
you,
Zolly.
Chachi.
Who is going to take the first watch? Lily, that's right. Lily was sitting in the rocking chair taking first watch.
Yep.
Lily, you take the first watch, sitting and rocking back and forth in your rocking chair. It is not very loud. And everybody, you guys, most of you are pretty exhausted. So sleep, Botak, and Gwen takes you very quickly. You kind of slump down and immediately just bam, lights out. Thurxora, you were not as exhausted as the others, but eventually sleep does come to you as well. Thank you, Chachi. And
Oh wait.
you are left with nothing but an eerie silence, Lily.
I do like me a good eerie silence.
Mm-hmm. Roll me eerie silence perception check.
Oakley dokie. I pressed the wrong button. 20.
20. You listen and you watch for anything out of the normal that is this place, whatever that may be. You hear the sound of the wind beating against what you assume to be the rock and stone mortar outside of the window. Just kind of this brief noise. You almost begin to drift off to sleep. You are just as exhausted as the others, rocking back and forth. It's very comforting, and your eyes slowly drift closed, and you kind of startle yourself awake. And you open your eyes, and you look to the little window outcropping to your left, this little balcony shelf. And you see that doll. The one in the white, or in the yellow frilly dress. Exquisitely made. Smiling. In your direction.
That's a mighty impressive trick.
Short interruption here. Waffles, you mean the doll that I yoinked
Yes,
2 sessions
the doll
ago?
that was in Therxora's bag.
Interesting.
She's just gonna sit there and watch it.
Should
Okay.
I remove it from my bag?
Don't worry about it yet. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, Lily's just gonna stare it down. She's sitting there with her fire in her skull, staring down a doll.
Okay. You watch this doll getting into a staring contest with it. Unfortunately, it is a doll, and it seems to be winning. You manage to stay awake for the rest of your watch. Nothing seems to happen. The doll just sits there and stares at you. And you at it. Doesn't seem to move or anything like that. Even with your very high perception check. But your shift comes to an end with nothing other than the creepy doll appearing. Nothing else seems to happen.
Okay, when it is time for her watch to end, she will very carefully go and wake Gwen, who's taking the second watch, and relay to keep an eye on the doll, because that thing is definitely moving on its own.
What? Doll?
Yes, well, it seemed that Zora took it last time we were in this room, and now it's staring back at me quite happily. There's definitely something odd about it. Good luck!
Hate dolls. Fuck. Okay. Gwen decides to take watch and stare down the doll.
Alright. Roll doll stare down perception as you take your watch. And Lily, you hit the bed and just lights out. You are exhausted. What'd you roll for your perception?
Oh, 22. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button.
22!
Yep.
You watch this doll. You stare at it intently, making sure it doesn't move or escape your sight. You got a little bit of sleep, so you're keeping extra careful watch. Doesn't seem to move. But you hear that howling noise of the wind, kind of. It's strange. You can hear the wind, but it doesn't seem to be coming from any sort of open window or crevice in the wood. It's just kind of this low. You kind of glance around for a second, look back at the doll. It's still there. And you hear a noise. What are you doing? And you immediately spring up in your position and look to your right to see the ghostly form of Rose eyeing you, arms crossed. Just kind of glancing at you, head tilted.
Hey, little lady. I'm just keeping an eye on my friends. What are you doing?
Are you a dragon?
Kind of half dragon, I suppose.
We used to read stories about dragons.
Oh yeah? Have you got one to tell?
No, they were big and mean and scary. I didn't like the stories about dragons. But you seem
Well,
okay.
Yeah, rest assured, I'm not very scary. Nothing to fear from me.
Are you having a
So-
tea party with Svella?
Waffles, sorry to interrupt. Sleepy came over to my chat and says your mic is muted.
My mic's not muted. It shouldn't be. No, it seems to be going.
Okay.
My
weird.
mic seems to. Is it muted for anybody else? Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3.
I could hear you perfectly. Was it on stream?
No, I can hear
It's
him
fine
on
on
stream.
stream.
Yeah,
just
we're good.
tested it.
Yeah, it's all
Okay,
good.
I don't know why.
You might have your sound down or something, Sleepy. Thank you, though. Thank you for keeping an eye out. Always good to know. It definitely happens. I will mute myself sometimes on accident.
Can confirm.
Did you say Asfella? Who's that?
She's mine. She's my friend.
Oh. Do you perhaps speak of the doll?
She nods her head, sort of moves over to the doll, picks it up, and it's very strange. She goes to grab it, but it seems to almost move around and shift on its own, like her hands aren't really even touching it.
But she's my friend. You can't play with her.
Can't she have more than one friend?
Well, she has tea parties with me. And I don't think I want anyone taking her away from me.
Okay. So, have you missed her recently? She's been joining us on a little walk recently.
Yeah, somebody took her away. You guys aren't going to take her away again, are you?
Oh, I know. I do apologize. I didn't realize she was such a good friend of yours. I will speak to my friends, and I'm sure we can leave her company in yours.
Did you guys find the secret you were looking for?
The secret?
The secret
We,
door.
Well, we did venture downstairs, if that's what you mean.
What did you find?
Many things. Many things we didn't want to find. But we've not found all yet. Do you know anything about downstairs?
She shakes her head.
They don't really let us ever go down there. We can't go very far.
I see. What about your brother? Is he the same?
He only plays with me. He doesn't ever leave my side.
Where is he now, then?
She turns her head, and you can see just a couple feet away from Botak's head, the other ghostly figure begins to apparate as Thorn stands there, clutching the doll, silently watching both of you.
Oh, I see. Brother's shy, isn't he? Why is that?
He gets scared real easy.
What caused that?
Well, I don't think the others in the house like us very much.
Why is that so, do you think?
We don't know. We've tried talking to them. But... well... one of them only talks about our brother.
And she kind of trails off.
Go on.
Oh, I shouldn't talk about him. She gets mad if we do.
Who is she?
The scary nurse lady.
Ah. Why is she scary?
I think she's sad.
The missing one?
She nods her head.
Do you know much about that situation?
Only that he's not with her anymore. He was taken away from her very early. We never even met him.
Ah, I see. And do you only visit us now for your friend, or do you have something else to say?
Well, sometimes we get people like you. They come to the house, but they never leave.
Do you know of what happens to these people?
They go to the door, and then they disappear.
The secret door?
To the basement.
Yeah.
You guys aren't gonna disappear if you go down there again, are you?
I promise you we won't. We have a bit more wit about us.
She kind
We
of
will.
tilts her head to the side, looks at you, looks at the doll.
You guys should stay here. Don't go back down there. Have tea parties with me and Thorn.
We'd love to, but unfortunately we do have other things we must attend to.
She kind of, you can see her get a little agitated. She kind of folds her arms.
What's more important than a tea party?
Well, we must acquire tea that we can drink, I suppose. Can't have a real tea party without real tea. We must venture outside for that. Unfortunately, we must find a way out to do that. There's only so much tea the living can have within this household. We must venture forth.
There isn't a way out of the house. So you should stay here. Then you can have all the tea you ever want.
But you do not know this, surely.
We can have tea
do
whenever
you?
we want, right, Thorn? Thorn kind of just looks at Rose and then to you. Kind of hugs the doll closer, but doesn't say anything.
Sweet children, as much as I would love to stay with you forever, there are other things we must do. There are things we must see an end to.
You look. Her expression doesn't seem to fade. She continues to look a little bit more aggravated.
No! You should stay and have tea parties with us. If you go down to the basement, you won't come back. They never do.
They're not children. We are prepared. We are aware of what we're doing. I
Then
promise you.
take us with you.
Huh? You wish to venture forth with us? Why is that? I thought you would fear the basement.
We're tired of being left alone. I want to go with. I want to have tea parties with somebody else.
Well,
This fella
I
gets
suppose
boring.
That's don't let her hear that. Cover her ears at least first. But otherwise, it's more of a positive outlook, which I think is good for you. And you do need to explore a little more. But I must consult my friends to make sure it's the best for your own well-being.
She kind of thinks about it for a moment. Sighs a little bit of a huff.
Fine. But make sure you don't leave without us. Come on, Thorn. Come on, Svella.
She grabs the doll.
We'll be waiting in our room, having a tea party.
Of course, sweethearts. See you soon.
And you see her move towards the door, kind of fading. But the doll doesn't fade. The doll just keeps on moving, floating away towards Rose and Thorn's room. Thorn kind of just watches you for a moment. And you briefly hear this echoing,
Come on, Thorn.
Thorn just keeps watching you. And then begins to scurry away and disappears.
Well, that was interesting.
You were left with silence and a missing doll. But nothing else happens for the rest of your watch.
Okay. Who am I going
That's
to
it.
wake up with?
All right, who's next? Who's the next watch?
It is Thurxora's turn.
Okie dokie.
Thank you for the nom nom, Sleepy, by the way. I will eat some jerky.
Grim will go over to Vexora and gently shake her. And once you start,
Morning.
good morning. I have Something interesting to tell you.
Oh, really? What is it?
Gwen begins to retell what had occurred between herself and the children and the state of the doll, which is now missing.
Interesting. And Thuxora quickly checks her bag to see if the doll is still in there or if it was the actual doll that just left.
You look and check inside your bag. The doll
Yep.
is gone.
Okay, the doll is gone. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I'm actually all for having them join us.
Okay, well, that's your consensus.
I think we should fulfill that wish. Plus, they might know more about some of the things we saw down there, and that might come in extremely handy.
Yes, perhaps when they see things, they may jig some memories for them.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Night,
Well,
Sleepy Fan.
And
Thank you for hanging out.
I also think we should respect the wish of them. I mean,
I agree. It's this
being
is their
stuck in here
home.
for eternity is eternity is a pretty damn long time, you know.
It sure is. We should do our best for them. Perhaps
Yeah.
we should just gain the consent of everyone upon their awake.
That sounds like a good idea. Anyways, you should get some sleep.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you for telling me.
You're welcome.
Okay, you get ready to take your shift of the watch. Do you sit down in the rocking chair
Yes.
as well?
Yep,
All right, you sit down in the rocking chair
with the glowing skull.
with the glowing skull, very ominously kind of rocking a little bit back and forth as you stare into the brightly lit room. If your compatriots weren't as tired as they were, they might find the light a bit annoying, but you managed to keep the light a little bit hidden so it doesn't bug them. But roll your perception check.
Perception. A 22.
Jeez, none of you guys rolled under a 20 for this perception check.
Yeah, it's fun how we just get our high rolls on the checks that do not matter.
You listen
Boy, they always better.
and watch.
Listen, Chachi, I got a net 20 on an investigation check on an empty thing. That was essentially empty.
It's just how it goes sometimes.
You
Anyways.
think as you're looking around, keeping an eye on every little detail. You think you see a shadow for a moment. You turn your head. Nothing there. You almost feel like you hear a whisper. Turn your head again. Try and locate the source. But you hear nothing else. You don't see anything. There's no indication that something is there. The shadows almost seem to bounce around the room in the light of the glow of this skeleton head that you acquired from the dungeon, glowing brightly. You hear that brief wind that the others had heard before. You're not sure what the source is or where it's coming from.
I think Botek farted.
You smell a fart. No, is that the dog? No, that's definitely a fart. You have trouble discerning which one is which. But other than that, nothing happens. During your shift. Diddy and Ruku, thank you for the raid! And Diddy, thank you for the subs! Thank you for the gifted subs! Thank you guys! Oh, I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, jeez guys, whoa! 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 I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. Nothing else happens during your watch. You guys you cure your exhaustion! And you'll get your hit points and everything back. You get your spell slots. You guys take the long rest. Hooray!
Right.
Yay!
Yay! And congratulatory thank you, Diddy and Ruku, for the love. Aw, thank you guys. You hit immortals. You hit pancakes for pros. You did it. Sniped. Get sniped. Pew! Oh, thank you. Welcome to Spoopy Haunted Fun Mansion. Our heroes have narrowly avoided death. Actually didn't do too bad. I'm so proud of you guys. Those were some nice rolls too. Oh man. I can't believe I rolled max damage against Chachi twice.
I know.
That was insane. So, for anybody just catching up, they just left a spoopy dungeon that was hidden behind a secret trapdoor, and after getting into several battles and coming close to death in this strange earthen labyrinth underneath this house, they went upstairs to try and rest in one of the old decrepit rooms filled with cobwebs and rotting floorboards in this mansion that they know has spiritual presences in it. And they did encounter such a ghost of two small children, Rose and Thorn, who want to travel with them down back into this basement area. And they are now debating whether or not they want to do that as they wake up from their slumber. You can't really tell what time it is as you guys begin to stir awake. There's no sense of light. All the windows are blocked up. You have no idea if it's light or dark outside. What do you guys do?
Alright.
So,
Everyone feeling alright?
guys, I think we need to talk.
Okay.
You remember the two kids?
Yeah.
According to Gwen, they want to join us.
Yeah.
Wait,
Because-
which ones? The ones that were outside that tricked us to come in
ones that were
here,
here.
or the ones in the house over there in the other room?
The
ones
ones
in the
from the
house.
other room.
Okay, making sure.
And they have their doll.
Yeah, and they took that all, which is fine for me.
Yeah, that's fine for me. That's theirs.
So, yeah, I would say to make this quick, who is in favor of the two joining us?
I have nothing against it, as long as we're careful with them.
Of course, I'm happy.
I see nothing wrong with having two ghost children follow us behind, you know?
Okay.
As long as they're out of the way and doesn't, like, put them in danger, we should be fine, right?
Yeah. Well, that's a clear vote then. Let's go over and tell them.
Okay, so you guys making your way over to Rose and Thorn's room?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You guys make your way over there. The doors close, and you open it up and look inside. You see the bin of toys and the dollhouse and the two skeletons, small children skeletons, lying in the middle of the room, just as you had left them. Appearing just over the one on the left, the slightly taller skeleton, Rose apparates. Thorn, just by her side, slowly after.
So, are you guys gonna bring us?
She says, tilting her head to the side, crossing her arms.
Svella's gonna
yeah.
stay here.
Okay, that works for us. But yeah, we decided that you guys can come with if you want.
Will be a rule though. You have to stay very far behind us. That way, in case we get into danger, you guys aren't in danger.
Well, we have to kind of stay near you, or else we can't
know
go
what?
very far.
You two stay around me, okay?
Stay around
Just
you?
Not,
Yeah.
just,
I'm gonna be in the back.
just don't stay.
It's better
too
if it's one of us to a different person. That
and
way.
I think the other one should probably stay around Lily.
Yes, the other ones stay with me.
Okay.
Fighters, you stay behind us at the most distance you can be and still be with us, but so you can be as safe as possible.
That will work.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't want to stick around me. I'm gonna be up in danger if something comes at us.
Thorn! We get to go with them this time. We can have a tea party. This time they're not gonna leave us. Doesn't that make you happy?
Thorn nods his head up and down. You can see a little bit of a smile appear on his face. Very brief.
For the most part, we're gonna try to remain quiet, okay? That way, nothing finds us.
Nothing finds us. Okay, Svella, you stay here.
You see the doll as she moves her hands. The doll slightly tries to almost like catch up. She's not actually grasping it. She's just kind of moving it with her hands. It slowly floats down next to the dollhouse.
Which one of us is going with you then?
She points to Thurxora.
You two can decide who wants to go with who.
I want to go with you.
And she points to Gwyn.
Ah. Of course.
I like you. You're a nice dragon.
Thank you. She looks shyly away. Doesn't want anyone else to know how she spoke to the children. Of course you can.
And Thorn kind of looks around, not sure who he should be looking at.
And what about Thorn?
He can decide if he wants to go with Lily, that's the lady over there, or with me.
Thorn looks towards Lily. Lily, hold on. Sorry, hold on. Let me, Lily, where are you at right now?
Oh, she is in the room. I just hadn't moved her, like, standing in this corner, being very, very sure not to touch the dollhouse.
Okay. Not touching the dollhouse.
Not touching the dollhouse.
All right. Which one of you is closest to Thorn?
I guess I would be. But it's not the best idea for them to be around me.
Botak
You're
just
fat,
grabs
though.
onto the nearest person, whoever that is.
Botek?
I mean, Thorn just grabs onto the nearest person, whoever that is.
He,
Botak grabs onto one of you
let
for
go of my
random
leg.
reasons. Botak's just like, I need help.
I need chocolate milk. Chocolate milk.
Do you have chocolate milk?
Over here, then I'd say
You
some
will
more.
get your chocolate milk as soon as we are out of this damn house.
Anyway,
He gives you a questioning look, kind of a quizzical, like, is this right?
Who?
Botak. Thorn gives Botak. He kind of grabs onto the Botak and
Oh.
just gives him a look.
it's probably not safe with
Thanks
me.
lots.
No one. The bad guys like to come after me. Anything scary likes to come after me. It's probably best to stick with one of the others.
He nods his head vigorously. You can see like a scared expression comes over his face.
Thorn doesn't
I-
like
I-
scary
I-
stuff.
It's okay. I can take on the scary stuff.
He will grab the next closest person, which happens to be whichever one of you guys. Whoever you want.
Could be
from-
Zora, I'd say.
Yeah, from Botek's
Thurxora.
position.
He grabs onto Thurxora, kind of onto your pant leg, looks up at
You can
you.
come with me, little one.
Okay. Well, I guess we get to say goodbye to our room for a little bit. Thank you for taking us with you.
And she begins to lower to the ground, and you see her apparition get more and more like solid. And she becomes less transparent. Rose reaches out to you, Gwyn. And suddenly you feel this strange sensation of something like air filling your lungs, but not of your own will. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. I'm looking at. Wrong one. One second.
Yes, D&D is a role playing game. It's a free form role playing game. Usually played on tabletop. It's pretty fun. It's about rolling dice and a lot more to do with the role play aspect than a lot more of the traditional role play games like Skyrim and stuff like that, or something like that.
Waffles, saving throw or check?
Saving throw.
Oh,
Is that on the?
you did. It is the first one that you did, Tamam.
It's a one then.
It's a what?
One.
I can't. You're very quiet.
Yeah.
One.
It's a 1. Okay. You guys suddenly see as Gwyn kind of makes a jerking motion and is suddenly kind of frozen in place as Rose reaches out and begins to sort of apparate into Gwyn, become one with her. You have just been possessed by Rose. Gwyn, you gain the following flaw to your character.
Oh no.
As part of your personality, you now like being in charge and get angry when other people tell you what to do.
Wow, I'm Big Dragon Lady now. This is amazing. What are we doing? Come on.
In a similar fashion, Thrixora,
Wisdom saving throw.
as this is happening to Gwyn, Thorn moves towards you. Wisdom saving throw.
I'm fucked as well.
Nope, it's me DMing. What'd you roll?
A 4. Like I said, I'm fucked as well.
You in the same way that Gwyn had suddenly stood up straight. You feel this rush of air kind of fill your lungs, and your mind suddenly begins to be pushed back almost by a different presence, by something that kind of pushes your conscious thought into a corner. You have just become possessed by Thorn, and you gain the following flaw to your character, Thrixora. I'm scared of everything, including my own shadow, and weep with despair when things don't go my way.
Interesting.
Oh.
Because this actually collides with one of my character advantages. That gives me an advantage against frightened conditions and stuff like that.
I will say this is more of a. Well, we'll see that. We'll see to that when we get to it. We'll cross that road when we come to it. But that is a part of your personality flaw right now. Your mind is still there. And you kind of have control of your actions. But there's another presence. Something else is a part of you, and seems to, during certain times, be taking emotional control. Seems to be overwhelming this emotional presence suddenly inside of your head. You both kind of feel this airy feeling as you look around, wondering what just happened. Hi, Immortal. Hi, Pancakes. It looks interesting. You can see the fun in it with a good group. Oh, thank you. It is interesting. I'm having a fun time.
Everything all right there, you two?
Yeah, great. Where are we going?
Thrixora just
Can we tell this has happened?
comes
You
up to Lily
notice
and
they suddenly jerked, the two ghosts disappeared, and suddenly Gwyn is acting different.
Okay, so we can't put 2 and 2 together and make 4.
And Thrixora walks up to Lily and grabs onto her coat.
Ah. This could be interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
You stay with me. We'll stay at the back. I suppose now we are rested up, and I mean the children are with us.
In a way.
Come
No,
on, come on, I'm bored. Let's go. Come on.
Back to exploring then.
Gwyn, you also have a passion for tea parties.
Yes. all the
Where's
people.
the tea, damn it?
We have to finish clearing out downstairs before we can set up the tea party. Don't want anything nasty sneaking up on us.
Oh. Okay, come on. Let's go. I want tea.
Okay, well, you go next. Go follow behind Botak.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to get rid of all the mean, scary looking things. We don't want things scaring we don't want things scaring Thorn, and we don't want things ruining the tea party now, do we?
It'll be fine. I'm a big dragon lady. Let's get him.
It is very awkward seeing this large dragon lady acting like a small child, considering the size difference between the two of you as well. It's very, considering Gwyn's usual demeanor, it is a very jarring difference.
Oh yeah, it is.
Lily is just gonna very, very carefully lead Thornzora along behind her.
Okay. You guys make your way back to the secret stairwell where you duck
Final tunnel time, go
into
down.
this cobwebby tunnel.
Meow,
with
meow, meow.
new companions this time. Some extra friends. The dog Sophaxis following behind you, kind of just wagging his tail. And that's where we're going to stop for today. It's we're going 3.5 hours. I think this is a good stopping point.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Oh.
So, what did we learn?
More tea.
You guys got friends.
Yay.
Yay.
You guys are fucked because until Chachi can learn Dispel Evil and Good, we have absolutely no written mechanic to get rid of that.
More tea.
Right. Yes.
And
I-
it's a 5th level abjuration, so it will take a while until you learn that spell.
I
Oh
don't
man.
oh no, wait, 5th levels can do it. Yeah.
I can get it on the cleric spell list. So I can get it, but you're right, it's a 5th level spell. And let's see, when do we get access to 5th level spells? Oh yeah, that's right, level 9.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah,
that.
turns out the D&D handbook absolutely does not intend anybody to get in contact with possessions before the end game.
This is going to be
I
a long tea party.
may
Oh
have
boy.
stopped that wand of Dispel Good and Evil because I was intending on trying to possess one of your group, and I'm like, I'm not that mean. Like, I need to give them the option to find something, and Ruku was lucky enough to find it. Oh.
Oh boy. You guys, well, they are following you.
Well,
You are
Aw.
taking them with you.
I wouldn't say they're following us.
Just really closely. Just exceptionally closely. Oh man. Yeah, you
Oh,
guys
I
took a
love the
long
break
rest in
as
the house.
Another level 5. Yeah, just I'm sorry, Tama. We are well. I'm probably more screwed than you because I get the feeling that I'm gonna be completely useless in all combat scenarios, even more than I already am. But well,
It'll be
That was
fine.
such a curious development. Oh, I was like, yes, yes,
it
please
will
take the
take
agreement.
a while with the current speed of advancement. We can talk about undoing this in a year from now on. If we get that far. Which we probably won't because one of the supporters is out.
Oh man. Oh, I'm so curious as to where this is gonna go. Oh, I never get to do that in Death House. I never get to do that in this dungeon.
I'm honestly just pissed about that fucking saving throw because it landed on the 20 and then it had this virtual table shake. I don't know what happened, but it just went like, whoop. Nope, it's a 2 instead.
Oh man. Yeah, it's not a very high DC either. You just both rolled super terribly.
Yeah.
Oh, big oof.
I have a spell that could have worked against this if I'd known they were going to possess. It would have been protection from good and evil.
Yeah.
That's a little late now.
Yeah.
It doesn't work if you're already possessed. So if I had known that they were going to try and possess beforehand, I could have learned the spell and done that, but I did not know that was coming.
Yep.
So things happen. What did we learn?
Tea.
Tea! Yay!
Tea
Friends!
parties are great.
Friends
We
are
should have more of
good.
them.
More tea
I learned that
friends.
Botek's ear hair is scary.
Wow.
Wow. Gwen, you made a comeback with your hammer attacks this time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you got bumped good.
Yeah, you actually rolled decently, which you made up for all the rolls before.
Thank God.
That hammer does a lot of damage. Dang.
I'm kind of sad that I got max damage twice.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Especially like right after I cast the spell, I'm like, yes, I'm going to smack him. Natural one. Ah, fuck.
You guys avoided the surprise rounds, though. That's good. You know, they didn't get free attacks on you. You guys were careful and cautious and smart. You guys actually managed to kill one of the ghouls before it was even their turn for them all to gang up on you. So that was like, that was probably the best case scenario for those ghouls, to be honest, minus the double damage. The double max damage roll.
Besides the double max damage that took me
Yeah, that
down.
was unfortunate, but everything else
everything
came
else
out
went
in your guys'
great.
favor pretty well. Yeah, that ghoul battle went pretty nicely for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little upset that I didn't get to bonk the boy in the balls, but you know what? Things happen.
Didn't get a balls bonk. Yeah, no, that was really fun.
Next
Thank you
time.
guys again for playing. Oh, I'm super sad that I'm gonna miss
Thank
next
you.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for all of those that are watching, we won't be back next Tuesday with this. Waffles is on vacation.
Yeah.
So we'll be back with this in 2 weeks' time, you know. So make sure to stick around, have fun for that. Stop by any other day of the week for streams.
Thank you again, Diddy and Ruku, for all the love and everything. I hope you guys had good streams. Thank you, The Excellent, if you're still around, for the follow.
Thank you to Yami,
For
to
DM.
Kathy, to Kaz, and for the raids.
Awesome. What were you saying, Arya?
He said, and thank you to Waffles for DMing for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you,
no, I'm
Waffles.
just happy to have fun
on
with
your
you
trip.
guys. I'm just loving that you guys are having fun with it. So
I'm having a
that
great
makes me
time.
really happy. I love it when people have fun in D&D. So that fulfills me. That fulfills my passion. I love it. I'm having a
Did we
blast
fulfill
possessing you
and
guys with
explore
small
your
children.
every crevice?
Explore my dungeon of crevices.
Would
yes.
anyone like to try and find out Waffles' newest quotes from Arya?
Please,
Like,
please no. Oh yeah, no. Arya's quotes are fine.
Yeah.
Arya's beautiful quotes she was making before we started stream.
She did beautiful quotes.
Delicious.
Totally checked them out.
Amazing. Anyways, do you guys have any ideas who you want to raid?
Let's take a look.
If you want to do a triple raid.
Who is online?
Bop, bop, bop.
Horizon is playing Monster Hunter Stories.
We have Horizon. We have my buddy Blitz. We have the adorable Deadly. We have
We have Deadly.
Adorable.
let's I'm down for raiding Horizon. Horizon is a fellow D&D lover, and Horizon's also got a campaign going on and all that stuff. So let's give Horizon some love. I'm totally down for that.
Although he has decided not to stream it anymore, we're still playing it. We're still having fun with it.
Okay, that's good.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to give a raid to Horizon. Thank you, everybody, for the love and support, and I hope you had fun. And please support Chachi and Deadly and everybody. And thank you guys again for having fun with me. Let's give this raid. Let's give Horizon a raid. Horizon's playing. I will. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be gone for a week. I should probably say that this is my last stream.
Yeah.
I'm going to be leaving tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. Going to be taking off for Colorado, so I will be gone for an entire week. Going to be going to a wedding and then hanging out in Colorado for a long time with a bunch of family members. I will be back next week. I'm going to try and aim for Friday, but it might be a little later. We'll have to see. Anyways, give Horizon some love. I'm ready to raid when you guys are.
Same
See
here.
y'all later. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the raids. I'll see you
Bye-bye.
guys later. Bye-bye. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow for dancing.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Raiding.
You raiding? Yep.
Same here.